Lollipop is delicious. 7 different flavors to choose from. Usually when someone says it's good for you, the big question is what does it taste like? Well, the ginger lemon tastes like ginger ale with lemonade added to it. Lollipop. The strawberry vanilla tastes like strawberry shortcake in a can. It's like dessert for after dinner, during dinner. Lollipop. Don't just take my word for it. Head over to drinklollipop.com and pick out your favorite flavor.
Welcome back, everyone, to Unified. My name is Fel, also joined here by Sticula. So that's a great change of pace here. And we've got a fun match. Can I assure you it will be a good matchup? No. But I can assure you it will be fun for both Stick and I just to talk and have fun with it. It's going to be Team Gusic versus IEATBEES, the team that actually managed to take over the spot of Hydra, as they've completely disbanded out and have basically forfeited up their position. So IEATBEES were the next up in line, so they took their place, now starting off in the bracket 0-0. And oh my god, this roster lineup, it's so hard just not to laugh, Reese. I'm not going to lie to you, man.
It's tough. It's tough. And I want to piggyback off your point. You mentioned we can't guarantee a good match. You can't guarantee a good anything when Tofu is in the lobby. In all due respect to Blaze and his Diamond 3, fake Diamond.
Yeah, congrats.
The rest of the squad is like a train crashing off the tracks, and it's going to be hard to cast it. In fact, we're not even going to need the casting notes today, so why don't we just go put them over there and just completely ignore them. This is going to be a game to remember.
I might actually take notes just to use them later to make fun of Danny when I go back in the Discord and just vibe with them. So I'll be the one taking notes, but that does not mean I won't be having any fun with this. I'm hoping the map bans might bring us to a fun map as well, perhaps, maybe not something boring like Cafe or Oregon, which tend to get picked a lot. Maybe something a little bit new, perhaps. It will be only one map, as it's still a best of one series. And Clubhouse, which is still a good map overall, just not played all the time nowadays. Not a horrible pick, to be honest. I'd rather go here than probably go to Cafe. I could only imagine how poorly the execution would be on Cafe for IEATBEES, because this is literally a pickup team. Like they were looking for people last minute just to get into here, and it's gonna sound like I'm making fun of them a lot of times on this best of one. It's in good heart, because I'm friends with literally all of them on their team, so I have a right to do that. But oh my god, man, it's gonna be a long 1 hour if we even get to an hour, Reese.
We might not, and that's because on one side, of course, we've got IEATBEES, we just talked about. You've got Team Gusic on the other side. Now, I've been told a few different things about Gusic. Some people say they're not very good, but then you put that in the context of that mess that we've got on the other side of the roster, and it's hard to quantify it, but the one thing I'll say is Gusic, I think, maybe have a single strat, one page with notes in the book. And IEATBEES, listen, man, there isn't going to be any strats. We might have the sportscasting student Blaze be reading out the audible, but other than that, I do not imagine a whole lot of strats are going to be present in this matchup. And so this is going to be one of those gunny games where it's all about shooting each other. And, you know, for a Wednesday game that I wasn't even supposed to be here for, I guess that's about as much as I can ask for.
A glorified rank game. That's probably the best way to describe it. Yeah, like you mentioned, we're not going to have a lot of strats. So color will be pretty easy. It won't be that difficult at all if we even need to color in that many highlights at all. But I think we have the game almost ready for all of you. I know we had a fair amount of players already in lobby. It just took them some time to get into it because they weren't expecting to be observed. So they had to leave their lobby that was already made and then get invited by Max D, our brilliant observer. So it'll take a few more moments, but not that many. So I'm excited to get into here. I'm wondering what the bans are going to be like, if they're going to be just absolutely troll based or if they're going to be relatively normal. I don't know. There's going to be a lot of statements that Stick and I make throughout this matchup where they'll end with a "I don't know" or a "Oh dear God," and you're going to have to get used to it because that's going to be a common occurrence in this matchup between IEATBEES and Gusic.
Did you see Helios Gaming play in European CL where they banned like OSA and then no
and
ban?
nothing?
That's what we're gonna have here. Yeah, that's gonna be the veto from IEATBEES, and then or the other option that I will present is they ban like some sweat operators, like they ban like Ash Jaeger or like Sophia Jaeger, just something like that. Just remove the sweat ops if they are at all even trying. And now that they've replaced Hydra, that's like going from one mediocre team to an even worse competitor.
Reese, you want to know a fun fact?
In the game. I do.
Danny is apparently playing entry on Zoph.
Of course he is. So have you seen the CS:GO clip?
No, I haven't. I'd love to see that later on today.
It's brutal. It's really brutal.
I
don't know how far off we are from getting in game. I'm going to see if I can bring it up on my screen. I've learned of this impressive new technology. I'm going to go.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking for it. Nope, I'm not having a whole lot of luck finding it. It's hidden away. I tried my best.
Darn.
They are finally checking the skins. I do have this for you as well. That's a good feature.
That's awesome.
Pretty much tells you all you need to know about the game. Yes, it's my new favorite trick. Yeah, for First Blood. Just whenever we can throw it in there. Why would you be checking for your skins? Is there really going to be a protest in this match?
I don't know, but like Hyper said, better safe than sorry. They just want to make sure that they don't have anything wrong. That's going to take forever. But oh well. I guess we've got more time to talk about the horrors that we'll be witnessing in just a few short moments. Yeah, I don't know what to think about this, to be honest, still. And funny enough, Gusic were actually... No, Hyper, I cannot hear that. I'm going to break the fourth wall here. No, I
can hear it. There's circus music playing now. I love that. That's a great addition.
I need to turn up my Google tab. That's probably why. It's on like...
There's your problem.
It's super quiet.
Right,
yeah, it's there! Oh my god. There's going to be a lot of just unadulterated laughing by me throughout this whole matchup, especially since I'm so incredibly close with IEATBEES. They're like a second family to me at this point, and just watching them perform is going to be absolutely hilarious. Oh my god. No way you're flaming this man open right now.
Look at this
J2,
one.
This is your time.
In the match, the 2 versus 2 from Tofu, and he's having some serious trouble trying to get around the corner. And Tofu, oh, the poor guy. The poor guy.
Poor man.
I just feel bad for him. This is the best pregame what we've ever had for Unified. I don't know if we can top this.
Here, cheers to that, man. Just water as well. Hashtag stay hydrated. Also, apparently, fun fact, Zaysho was in the lobby at some point, too. Don't know if he'll be playing. I hope he would, because I know he's not a horrible player at all. Just his internet kind of sucks. relatable to my part as well. Maybe one day that won't be the case, but I know you have some bad memories of that, just as many as I do as well, from some of our old times casting together. Oh, that sigh. I'm sorry, man. Oh, and it's getting louder. The music is getting louder. Welcome to the circus. We'll be your hosts for this evening. Bring out the clowns. Oh, perfect timing, too. We've got the game going underway as well. Release the clowns! It's Team Gusic versus IEATBEES, starting on Clubhouse and ending on Clubhouse as well. And the band's going in underway as well. I cannot wait to see what we have going in underway. Whether it be something completely unordinary or something common, I don't know. All I know is that Thatcher is already banned, and that's not shocking, sadly.
Yeah, I feel it would be more appropriate to say starting on Clubhouse and ending in the trash can, because that's probably where this matchup is headed. Gusic are on the defense, so I am not excited to see what IEVs are going to bring on their attack. We will not have Osa as one of the attacking bands. Please don't tell me that IETBEES are trying this match. Oh, that just makes it even worse.
Oh, no. Well, they've got the Maverick band, which is pretty normal. You either see Mav or Habana from time to time. I'm expecting Kai to be banned. Yeah, that's kind of a force at that point, since it's pretty difficult to get them off the wall without a Thatcher or even a Maverick. Last ban, either probably going to be a Wamai, Mira, or maybe even a Valkyrie, but I'm hoping the Wamai or the Mira, because they're both really potent on Clubhouse, and it's going to be none of those. All right, Team Gusic with the shocking picks out of everything here. It's Echo now in regulation instead. I really want to know the thought process behind that.
That's a tough one to explain. We don't see a lot of Echo generally. Back in the day, sure, we had him all the time. Wealku has a very special request. Do you think you can fulfill that?
No. I'm just kidding, Wes. I will try my best. Make sure you pop off though.
If he hits a clip, we'll hype him up. But if he gets ran out on, we'll be clowning him. And you might be confused why the tag in the blue team's name says .hb and not .g or .gu. Team Gusic were actually formerly Half-Bliss, and then the Half-Bliss org, I think, closed down or something to that effect. Who ran Half-Bliss? I should know this. I think it was Han? Was it Han or was it Pendy? No, it was Pendy. It was Pendy. He ran Half-Bliss. I know that because he tried to recruit the team that I coached at the time. He tried to get the Bagel Boys in, but we said no because he wasn't paying us. Yeah. He wanted to pay us with exposure, which was fine, because it was a homegrown org that he started out. But Gusic, from what I understand, we're trying to be like a regularly practiced team. Do you remember if they played in Solar Flare?
Gusic, way back in the day, it was not the Half-Bliss roster, though, but it was under the same name. And they didn't make it past Open last time I checked. It was either SFCL Open Quals or SCS Open Quals. I just remember casting it quite a while ago. So yeah, a lot of changes happened in that time. And yeah, I'm still kind of perplexed about everything that will have go down. There's no main soft destructor on the side of IEATBEES, so trying to get that vertical sight line if you're going for a kitchen take is going to basically be impossible. The only soft destruction you have is the breaching charges, so you might need to go for a different take perhaps, like maybe trying to get triple wall opened up since you have the thermite, or go for a dirt take. I don't know. I'm not going to lie to you here, Reese. It's a lot of theory crafting for probably something that won't be even required, because someone's probably going to die off the rip. But it's not going to be IEBs dying off the bat. In fact, Blaze, with the nice pixel angle into stock, will shut down Unlimited. So that's honestly not a horrible start for IEBs. Good job, Blaze.
Yeah, they've got the opening pick. What do we think the .RG stands for in Blaze's name? Do we know? Do you know?
That's his team that he's on, or that he coaches.
He's on a
I can
team?
look. I'll look it up on his Twitter actually right now, to be honest with you.
Because I haven't heard of a .RG. I've heard of a .RVNG, Revenge Nation, but I've...
Yeah, it's Rated Gaming.
Rated Gaming. Yeah, I know them. They played in Omega CL back in the day, during Season 2, I think it was. I think they were a decent team. I should know who was on the roster, but I can't remember. I know that they were They were okay. That's cool. Nice to see Blaze. Did it say if he was a player or a coach?
Here, let me go back and check. I think he is. Yeah, he's their coach, actually, funny enough. Okay. But he's not a bad player, so that's not a big deal, I suppose.
It's probably one of the higher ranks in the lobby. I don't know if Team Gusic... I think... I see Unlimited and Amp every once in a while in like Twitter clips or something like that playing in rank. Blaze getting concussed by a breaching charge there from Vyalku, getting a bit of friendly fire as a Thermite player tries to entry bot main. Amp contesting from over by Moto. 50 seconds left in the round. Blaze not in a great position health-wise. Gusic have 2 nitros remaining. They could still search maybe for a pick onto anyone that's playing from the vertical. Blaze is really trying his hardest to see if he can bait a kill out at long 90, and I just don't see it coming this point.
Now, there's only 30 seconds left. Team Gusic, they're not overextending at all. They're just playing the site because IEATBEES hasn't done enough to flush them out. There's been no vertical play established. There hasn't been a lot of map control inside this lower floor. They're going in for a bit of a secret take with Santos leading out the charge, but he'll get immediately eradicated here by Teddy. He swings on around, try to relocate near main, and it's just a bloodbath here on the base of the floor here, Reese. There's no better way to describe it. Blaze, the last one alive, the only one to net kills for his team, and he'll be the last one to fall with only 2 to his name. Team Gusic just holding it out in the very end, and because it just came down to 2 really simplistic funnels by IEATBEES, it was pretty easy work for the first round.
Yeah, that's not really the best way to approach, let's say, the basement attack. I would have liked to see Blaze actually open up the church wall. I think when you're playing in a situation like this, opening up the church wall and going for an execute there is actually like one of the easier ways to attack without having to have a whole lot of depth. So,
yeah.
There was... Do we have Bandit or Cade? I felt like the wall was denied, but
there
I
was
don't
a bandit,
remember.
Yeah.
There was a Bandit, so in that circumstance, you just got to get your sledge over there, get him to nade over the wall.
But there was no sledge.
Or there wasn't a sledge. There's somebody had to have frag grenades. There was Iana, right? I think there was.
Yes, there was an Iana, yeah.
I guess that shows my memory.
That's okay. That's me like 90% of these games. Don't feel bad. I don't know why the hell my memory's so good for the one game that probably doesn't matter at all, to be honest with you. But that's okay.
I don't know what has happened with the 5th on Half Bliss, or on Gusic. It's Baxel, who has disappeared up into smoke. But we'll see. Maybe his... let's see. Maybe there was a tornado that ripped his internet satellite off the roof. Oh, he's in.
Oh, all right. Maybe just an SSD moment. You never know.
True.
Yeah. I guess he didn't fully disconnect because someone in the all chat said they're just still loading. So I guess that's a bit of a sigh of relief. No technical pause needed. Just a bit of a longer load-in time. Not the end of the world. What might be an end of the world is the fact that both Wamai and Mira are on the board, and again, I don't really know what IEATBEES has in mind here because I don't think they're going to have enough util to really clear through everything on the board. Oh, there goes Baxley. Good night. But at least his KD will still be intact, I suppose. But not having the bandits on the wall now actually might be a huge advantage here for IEATBEES because we can't have a rehost now. That the fact that the matchup has already started. I'm 99.9% sure, unless Gusic really want to try to call it last second. But I don't think it's going to happen. They're just going to try to stick it out in a 4v5.
Yeah, I don't think they really care enough to call the rehost at this point.
I don't blame them.
You're not in the 6th Invitational Grand Final here. You don't need to get that player back in. Gusic are already in the lead, basically, so yeah, they're chilling. And we saw they lost a player early last round and still were able to clutch up anyway, so maybe just not the most alarming moment for them. I don't know what the problem is for Baxel, if it's his internet, or if his game is bugged, or if his mom is trying to turn the console off, or whatever's going on over there.
Located by attackers.
But Exothermic comes through the wall, and Amp has got the trade kill. Well, looks like Santos maybe tried to come in through garage, or was that a spray through the CC wall?
You never know. Yeah, who knows? Oh, yeah, which is a spray
there he
down.
is.
Alrighty.
Yeah,
thank you,
was out
Max.
on highway. And
Still
Axel
love
is
you.
back, so he can get on cams. What a great situation. Finally, a minute in, IEATBEES have hard breached, opened the CC wall. generally there, fellow. The idea is you open up the CC wall, then you get out on highway. That way defenders don't swing into CCTV. It's crazy.
The more you know. If only IEATBEES could hear us. I'm sure they probably still make the same mistake, though. It's not a big concern. Anyways, minute 30 in the round. IEATBEES, they've gotten Jacuzzi Wall opened up. They're getting ready to push on out the extension inside of Cash. But there's already been a lot of time burned up, and because Santos died off the bat, they have no sets of nades. The best they can do is maybe try to concuss out Narmu to force him back and maybe burn through a couple Toxic Babes, but that's only going to push him back a little bit, not get rid of him entirely. And that is just the perfect play by Teddy. Tofu trying to escape outside of Jacuzzi will get caught with his pants down and get pounced upon, essentially. Team Gusic now reclaiming the man count yet again. And IEATBEES, they're kind of just stuck outside of the objective room. They've removed all of their pressure from Jacuzzi, and they're essentially funneling in from Cash Room. And all that Team Gusic has to do, really, is just play the time yet again and just find a couple of picks here and there. And they're not going to really be in that much of a detriment. They've got this power position located right near Logi. They've got someone sitting up in cons as well. That there really is no hope at this point for IEATBEES. They've got a couple of stun grenades to work with, but if they mess that up, or if Team Gusic just simply backs off, it's going to nullify that entirely. So, like I said earlier, isn't really much that they can do. Only about 20 seconds left. Teddy, a great kill. There goes the run-up by Unlimited. Again, great timing by Gusic, and now Blaze, last one alive yet again, will just try to pad his stats, improve his KDR, and he'll be taken care of by Unlimited eventually, giving Gusic a second round win. And I guess that disconnect just really didn't matter in the longevity of things.
Yeah, such a shame. IEATBEES aren't able to get any impactful kills really off the back of having that 5 versus 4. They have the disconnect, and it looks like Baxel still can't get in the lobby. I don't know what's going on with him right now, but Teddy will fill in on the Bandit in the meanwhile, at least guaranteeing that you've got some hard breach denial on that CC wall, and you don't let it get open completely for free. Baxley does have a chance to select his operator this round. He'll decide to go for Malusi. Probably the operator that you would want, given that he's going to inevitably disconnect, and he will switch to an operator that you want to be in the entirety of the round on for the Wamai, so doesn't seem like that really factors in. I'm hoping that Baxley can just stay in the lobby a little bit longer now.
I hope so too, especially since Wamai is really strong. Even before his recent buff, he was a great op when you needed someone to just hold the fort up in Raptors. He's got that long-range scope on the MP5K. He's got plenty of util to make sure he doesn't get naded out, giving him time to either back up or find a pick. Surprised Jaeger isn't on the board either, but I think Team Gusic's idea might be just to try to outgun IEATBEES from the rip and then just kind of see how the rest of the matchup plays out. I don't blame them for thinking like that because they've gotten the initial pick a couple of times beforehand, at least on round number 2. And even when IEATBEES scored the first blood, it got refrags. And then they were forced to go into a funnel with not a lot of time to work with either, and it really didn't make much of a difference either way. And I think with Amp going for an initial spawn peak kind of makes it a dead giveaway, but he'll end up backing off, so his head won't get ripped off, and he won't do that to anyone else either. But oh no. That's unlucky. Unlimited, a spray down, finds Blaze's head. It'll take it clean off his shoulders, and that will be the entry pick by Team Gusic. I kind of called it, but I didn't think that's how it would actually happen, Reese.
Gotta be careful from those blasted windows. You never know when you might have somebody aggressing on you from the other side. And they take down the carry as well. You lose Blaze, who's the only one to get any pickups so far until Santos changes that. And the 0 fell.
Good night.
Poor Tofu was his position predicted. And now Teddy even just stepping into secret. He's just going to take the fight. He's just looking for some shots. Does hear the Hibana out on the other side. Teddy's going to jump out here. Here's the drone begin to be thought. Oh, but he's baited by Santos. Sheesh. Talk about a play there from the Hibana. Santos making some money moves.
Why the hell does he have breaching charges on Hibana? When in that situation is that going to be good? When attacking CCTV? You need those stuns, bro. I don't get it. Anyways, yeah, great spray down. You got to respect that Type 89 despite the fact it has such little ammunition. and respect Santos, because that man is both great looking and also a gunner on the keys. So it'll make things at 3-on-3. Rafters still not cleared out. The only point of contention right now for IEATBEES is just plat wall, as they haven't relocated to go for a cons push. They're just kind of prowling around in that middle floor, trying to maybe find some vertical play perhaps, as Wielku is underneath and he's got some lifelines in his back pocket still. I'm pretty sure at least one of them is bound to be an explosive, so maybe he can try to find a cheeky pick. But if you don't clear out this player inside of Rafters, you have to funnel into plat. And again, IEATBEES' major issue is that they've just been funneling into default pushes, and Team Gusic just continues to punish them relentlessly. So you need to get control of Rafters, get that double-prong push set up, and make sure you don't get Nitro Celled by Amp, or you're going to just be, there's no hope at that point. And Amp still being a nuisance despite just, okay, finding 2 onto the round. I was going to say, Nitro Cell not necessary. He'll just gun out of his mind, and Baxley just cleans it up onto Wielku, trapped inside a garage. Again, just funneling into the problem. You couldn't clear out Rafters, and you just had to run in through plat wall. And again, just punishing. Gusic is just really allowing themselves to get easy wins because of this. You're just making basic mistakes, IEATBEES.
Yeah, the way that you beat Team Gusic is not, you know, play passive, funnel into default angles. You got to get a bit creative. You got to make some moves. You got to be like Santos with this 3,000 IQ drone toss and then trick onto the player inside of blue. Narwhal shows us the Blackbeard, but will 6-pick over to the Sophia, or he might not. Nope, he will. He's locking it in.
Yeah, that won't help you, buddy. I'm sorry. You're gonna need more than the Blackbeard Narwhals. I'm telling you right now, dude.
I'm gonna be a bit disappointed if throughout this game we don't see Narwhals and Narmu in a gunfight.
Me too. Especially since neither one of them have had any picks yet. I don't think Narmu has seen anybody yet, though. He's just been anchoring, and like, he hasn't been needed yet. He's thrown out some toxic babes, but like, that's it. That's all he's had to do. Gusic is just, they've been doing all the heavy lifting, and I don't really blame him. He isn't required right now, Stick. That's just the big issue, because IEATBEES just keep making so many mistakes that it doesn't have to be a whole team effort by Team Gusic, really. It just, yeah, that's all I've got, to put it bluntly.
Well, yeah, we could have a game that Narmu doesn't do anything, doesn't die, doesn't get any assists, doesn't get any kills. I would be really shocked if we did see such a situation, but you know, it's within possibility if IEATBEES can't pick up some attack rounds, because I don't imagine things are going to get much better on the other side. And I would definitely like to emphasize that this is not going to be one of those games where we talk about round economics. It's really not relevant. Probably won't be decided, and I can assure you, it won't be decided by the way that you play on the more tough side. IEATBEES, sure, they give themselves a better chance if they pick up more attack rounds, but that has got more to do them winning the game. I mean, with simply outplaying their opponent, which doesn't seem the most possible.
Tofu on the 0 with secondary hard breaches. Why do you have a Habana then? Or why are you running both of them? It's the little things that just really make me tick. And like, I want to just drive down to where Tofu lives and just punch him in the throat, because it's just not a good idea at all. Like, soft destruction, that's a big issue. You've got breaching charges for it, yes, but why not just bring a sledge, man? That makes everything so much more simplistic, and simplicity is key. That way you can just understand what you're doing, not going for default takes. I like what you mentioned earlier, being creative, but this is not the creativity you need, man. I cannot fathom why it's being brought. He almost gets blown up to high hell as that C4 narrowly missed out on Tofu's body. Luckily, he'll remain alive to possibly use some of his Argus cameras to maybe gather some information. But then what? Really, I'd like to know, because you only have 60 seconds left. You're trying to push in towards dirt, and Narmu is just set up with his smoke grenades, a shield, and ADSs, and he even finds that first initial pick onto your carry. Blaze is off the board. Diffuser's now down inside of dirt. I mean, what can they do at this point, Reese?
Oh, this is the ye old kitchen dirt take, the fabled strategy in from IEATBEES. Wielku is, oh, they bungled it. And now He does have another flashbang, but he's in the smoke! No! He dies to the toxic canister! What? Talking about a foul up from Wialku. He flashes him out, and then he dies to the smoke canister. That is the worst thing I have almost ever seen. Narwhals finally comes in. He might just get dirt for free because the smoke has fallen back. Wait, this might be Narwhals in an engagement against Narmu. We might see this happen here, unless Narwhals is super slow and he rotates.
Why are you backing away? You don't have time.
You don't have 10 seconds to rotate. Narwhals, give it up, man.
Push him.
Here he comes down the hatch, and Narmu takes him out.
Oh my god. Yeah, you said it. You said it perfectly, Teddy. I don't. Look, no, Teddy, you don't need to be nice. Santos, you got a valid point. I can't shoot back in like a good lobby either. Maybe like some collegiate games, but that's really that's it. And not even the collegiate. That'd be like the high school leagues when I did spin. That was a fun best of one. I did literally nothing but play hard breach. Oh man. Anyways, yeah, I don't really want to talk about anything happening. Why are there 3 hard breachers? This isn't your problem. Why? Where's the communication? How have you not figured it out yet, IEATBEES? Even if you're just a pickup team, like I can understand that. But all of you watch better gameplay. You guys watch at least T3 just by proxy, by casting, by observing, by producing, by being a coach. Why do you have 3 hard breachers? I don't know what to say. I don't. This is my Joker arc, Reese. You're here to witness it. Instead of Scott and I, it's gonna be you. And I'm so sorry you have to put up with this, man, because this is a riot.
Did you get to play any LAN matches when you were in Foxborough?
I played a casual game and hit some nice one-taps, but that was it.
5 seconds left.
Okay. So you couldn't sneak your way into any of the matches?
Sadly not. I should have though, because I didn't cast the first day I was there. No R6 at least. I casted only Valorant. Yeah, that would have been fun. I could have honestly did not horrible to be blunt with you, Reese. I could have probably.
Yeah, I'm always thinking, you know, I'm playing in the terrorist hunts on LAN and I'm doing great, but then I get in the rank game and it's just like something happens. I don't know what to blame. Is it the LAN or is it, you know, it's the problem with me? Who will ever know? Tofu is on the Ying though, so we'll see. He's got something brewing. I can tell you that.
You can hear the cogs turning in his head. I can't right now.
Riddle me this, fellow.
Yep.
What? I can't even get to the riddle.
My face is so red.
Bandit on a gym defense. Where are the batteries? If they're not, we've got a caster cam.
Thanks, Hyper.
This is so good. This is the best feature of the EPL stream. Oh, and Tofu gets ripped apart. Narwhals tries to drop. He's dead too. Wialku and Santos are the last 2 left. And Narmu is getting real hungry out on the breach. Wialku trades it out, but he can't take down the smoke. And is that 4 in a row? Or 5? Yeah. Or I think it's 4.
Why am I writing this down? This is just so funny. So I'm wondering here, Reese, because we've seen a pattern of more and more hard breach every round. Are we going to see 4? Are we going to see Sam Fisher with secondary hard breach? Because we can't have a Maverick. Oh my god, we're going to have a 0, but no Habana. No Habana. Damn, you didn't hear me. Tofu, please switch off and go Habana. That would make my day. I don't think you can hear me though, unfortunately. Oh my god, it's 5-0. When did I miss out on round 5? Oh, that was round 5. Oh,
it's just so quick.
Oh my god, they done it. But it's not on the best site for Sledge, but at least you have grenades. They finally picked a Sledge after 5 painful rounds of not having one. But he's not even that good on this site. He's only good for the nades, really.
Yeah, you don't need the hammer really for anything. Maybe you could, in some universe, say buck for vertical below. Nobody ever does that, and it really disappoints me. But you could theoretically here IEBs, maybe they need to go back to the strategy session and think about the buck in the skeleton key. But final round of the half, and if IEBs don't pick this one up, I think the game is probably over. Though, I'm trying to think if we've had any flawless games on broadcast or in general. I've got the...
I can check.
Yeah, I've got the document open somewhere.
Couple 7-0s, but those were forfeits, so technically no.
That's unfortunate. Wait, no, I think there was a 7-0. It was Team Assault versus Aura. No, I don't know about that game, but I think I remember Team Assault 7-0ing Aura. I don't know at this point.
Yeah, that was a forfeit. But the GDK and Oblivion one might have not been, though. Yeah. Just saw that second go. Unfortunate. You hate to see it. Oh, man. I guess we should get back into the round now at this point. Is that a good call to make at this point, Reese? I don't know. All I know is, yeah. Oh, it works. Okay. I thought Sam Fisher was supposed to be helpful for flank watch, but apparently apparently not this time around because his Argus cams are still not deployed. I don't even know where Santos is right now. Oh, he's in weight room, so he could have actually prevented that. But now he'll have to go for the revive. And I don't know if they actually killed the flank. I don't know if Teddy was the one doing that. I could be wrong. I'm not quite sure. My brain's kind of half on, half off. But Narmu will finish off Narwhals. Yet again, that one-on-one confrontation, I suppose, that you were desperately asking to see. Nope, the flank was still afoot. But Santos wide swings and luckily manages to gun diff Unlimited. So it'll be a 3-on-3. You've got construction to work with. But I think that's it for IEBs. I'm not too sure if they got plat wall opened up. So yet again, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but it's true. It's going to be, again, just a fatal funnel that Team Gusic can probably counter quite effectively because they still have Toxic Waves on the board, they've got impacts to work with, and they've got gunners as well because everyone is positive right now on the side of Team Gusic, and they haven't really lost a lot of, if any, gunfights at all against IEBs.
I want to, like, hype up one of these rounds, like, way too much and see if I could make, like, some, like, clip-worthy moment out of just this game of nothing. So, we'll see. Either way, they don't have the wall into cash open. And generally, fella, when you try to go for this take, you gotta get that wall open. And if you don't, probably not a whole lot of reasons to go for that take. And here we go, out the window for the last kill. It's good that I didn't try to hype up that moment, because it wouldn't work. There was no hype to be had.
That was a pretty cool run out, because I think it was silent, at least the single melee. Anyway, yeah, a little bit of banter going on in all chat. One of my guilty pleasures, to be honest with you here, Reese, but I'm not going to read it out loud. It's got some naughty words in there. Match point, though, for Team Gusic. Sides finally switch. This might be the first ever technical 7-0 that is not off a forfeit, as we were discussing that from time to time. And that'd be hilarious, I'm not going to lie to you. I think the bigger question is, after this, will IEBs get a legitimate roster and continue playing, or if they're just going to disband right after this? I don't know. Do I care either? No. Not really, but at least it was fun while it lasted, I suppose. That's the best way to put it. But at least Team Gusic get a win out of this. Because they,
that's actually a good point. This is going to be almost like... I don't know if I want to go that hard. We'll ignore that point. Why didn't they just get Blaze to have Rated Gaming come play?
That's what I thought they were asking intentionally, because I was like talking with them. And he mentioned, oh, we could pick up Blaze. And I was like, I know Blaze has a team. Does he mean give their position to Blaze's team? Or pick up Blaze entirely? No, they meant just put Blaze in the game. I think that would probably be a little bit better. At least they get practice in the team, because this is not a legitimate team. Like, I don't even want to explain it fully. It's just not. That's just a fact. You don't need to check me on that. So yeah, just yeah, we're going into probably the last round of the game. I have little to no confidence in my homies. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. If I speak, I'm in big trouble.
very relevant here. The attempt at the bandit trick by Blaze, they're going to try and X-Kairos it. Oh, what? Blaze, where are you going? Why do you run forward towards the window? Come on. That's not the way that you... Bandit trick, I guess maybe he thought they were going to nade him out. Team Gusic don't have any grenades in this composition. In fact, almost got tricked by the overlay. Don't let it fool you. There are not 12 flashbangs. There's only 9. It's funny how that works.
Yeah, that, I hope they fix that at some point. Maybe at the end of the season, because they didn't fix it in mid-season reinforcements. It can be annoying at points, but at least it's not the end of the world, I suppose. What might be the end of the world is finally having the main wall opened up and still not finding some type of re-peak. From time to time, you'll have people aggress and try to get that tick once the plat wall gets opened up, but Baxley's denying that perfectly out on the main balcony, so you really can't do that. And now he's just in sight. He's looking for the pick, but Santos will win it out. Wes, a deadly pick onto both two now. A great 2K, Jaeger in hand, and now the man advantage is substantially in the favor of IEATBEES. They actually might get a round win on the board, but Narmu will still try his best to make sure they win it out 7-0. Narwhal's now downed as well, so Tofu and Wes have to try to clutch it out. Not gonna lie to you, it's essentially a 1v1 at this point, so long as Wes can die. But Tofu! Oh my god, the Mad Lad's done it! He's gotten off the donut, and he's got a breadstick for the round. Good night, Habana, as IEATBEES will not go down 7-0, but at least we'll get one round on the board.
There we have it. No 7-0 games. It continues. Team Gusic do not get the freest round diff win in their existence. They will have to play another round. And Narmu almost did it. But you gotta root for the underdog. And IEATBEES, they get a round win. Let's go. Can they do it again on Church? Probably not. But we're gonna root for them nonetheless. Okay.
You know, you don't see it all the time.
You don't.
But I don't mind it, to be honest. It's going to be pretty tough, though, because there is a buck on the board. So that's pretty quick soft destruction. It doesn't have a long, like, cast time of the hammer. You just shoot, like, 5 to 6 shells, give or take. I don't remember how many are exactly in his clip before you have to reload, because I know they buffed it at one point. It's either 5 or 6. So that's a lot of soft destruction you can do at one given moment. So Blaze is going to have a lot of food on his plate as the pulse. But if it works, that's huge. Do not get me wrong. I think another thing we'll look at too is probably the Montaigne as well, but I'm really wondering how Team Gusic is going to want to play out this round with the Monty in hand. If they want to go dirt, if they want to go down main. I really have no clue, but I'm sure something could work out with it, because that's a huge haymaker.
Yeah, Monty, it's going to be ugly watching the Monty, because IEATBEES, I'll say this, normal teams have trouble taking down Monties. So, you know, when they see the Monty, I can imagine the comms. It's like, oh no, here he comes. What do we do?
Yeah, something like that, I could assume.
Well, here's Blaze. He's got the cardiac sensor. Will he find any pickups? Wialku on the Oryx, probably one of the rarer operators in this game. Roaming up top. Narmu trying to safely drone it out, will now step in. Narmu is being very careful with the positioning here, and Blaze has that Nitro. They've actually got one prepped. I like this decision. It's a pretty common area to see the vertical start from, but Teddy kills Santos and has actually got full control of dirt. This could be a real problem if your defenders are busy watching the vertical, and now all of a sudden you've just got a shield, you've got a thermite, you've got everything going on. Baxley's spinning in circles. They've got the vertical open. They got Narmu on the hatch. They've got everything. And Narwhals is in a real pickle now. The Monty unshields. Narwhals doesn't even have his gun out. He dies. Only 2 left. Wialku flanks, but it's too late as Tofu perishes. Wialku is last alive, and though he's one of the higher amount of kills players in this lobby, Unlimited puts him away for Team Gusic, who seal out the game 7-1.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, I figured they'd go rush down dirt with Montaigne, and there was no one there to stop it. You hate to see it. Just the little things, like setup was poor, Like you had a couple of roamers up above when you're going for an anchor comp. Like that's not uncommon, but that is still a really big commitment. You either see one or the two, either a full commitment on the anchor, or like maybe a light lurker in the middle floor, then they retreat pretty early on, or you have a full SSG roam where you've got mute jammer up above, you've got Mozzie Pest, you name it, it's going to be up top to waste time. And really neither one of them happened, to be honest. I mean, they had the anchor players, but just not the right comp and not in the best of positions overall. So Team Gusic, they'll kind of run away with the victory 7-1, only taking away, or pardon, losing a single round. And that was honestly just because they lost too much life. And that was really it. Other than that, they were still in pretty good shape. And honestly, if Habana had killed Tofu inside of sights, he might have actually won, because it was a 1v1 at that point and he had sight control. So we could have possibly had our first 7-0 like you and I mentioned, but yeah, that concludes our 6 for this evening. We've got Valorant underway with, I believe, Septilence and Jagcass on the duo, so that'll be an exciting one to have. I know at least Septilence personally, and I've heard nothing but good things about Jag, so you'll probably get a little bit less banter and annoyance, as I'm almost certain that the teams will be in pretty good stature, because I've casted a fair amount of their teams on their Valorant side as well. So if you're interested in Valorant, please feel free to stick around. I've been joined here by Reese, and we all hope you have a great rest of your night here on this Wednesday evening, and to stick around for more unified games coming in underway in just a few short moments. Take care.